As the Republican Party establishment tries to figure out a way to stop GOP presidential frontrunner Donald Trump, conservative leaders, struggling to explain his appeal, have largely seized on his unique qualities as a candidate, his larger-than-life persona, his ability to dominate the airwaves, and his tough-sounding proposals. But New York Times reporter Nick Confessori says the story is also one of a party elite that abandoned its most faithful voters over the past decade as the party's donors, lawmakers, and lobbyists prospered. Nick, explain.
Well, I think we were looking for the disconnect here. People have talked about how Trump came in and took the party away, but I thought there was a story to write about how the party kind of gave itself away, how the Republican elite lost touch with a critical component of its base, an important group of voters who were supportive of it for several years, and how Trump came in and sort of took it. And these were people that the Republican elite thought were theirs. They belonged to them. They agreed with them. And it turned out they didn't on some important issues like trade, immigration, and even stuff like entitlements.
So how long has that been festering, do you think? Anybody give you a sense?
Well, it depends when you want to start counting. We're talking about a lot of voters here, and they come from different places. I think one group of them are disaffected voters who are anti-government but also anti-business. And they, some of them were for Obama in 2008 and were very disappointed with him afterwards, and they flocked to the Republicans in 2010. Some more of these voters are more regular Republican voters who were kind of with the party on the idea that the government was a problem and they couldn't trust the government. They're with the party on abortion and guns and gay marriage. But what happened to them is they watched as they voted for Republicans. They gave them the House, they gave them the Senate, and nothing changed. It didn't change in Washington, where Obamacare was still there, where Obama was still president. But it also didn't change for them at home, in their communities where jobs were still hard to come by, unemployment was high, prospects were poor, and they became angry and alienated from their own party and from Washington.